Throw left side complete. That's Shepard. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. A very nice pickup of 33 yards. So the big play gets him all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10.
Three down.
The first carry for the former Navy Lion. This is Saquon Barkley. And a nice move will yield nothing as he's stopped behind the line. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down.
Watch left. Tight end to the left.
Now set. The blue 80.
4 down. Check. 4 down.
Regular.
Watch out.
On 2nd down, here's Barkley.
Run.
And he will take it on in for a giant touchdown. Saquon Barkley, 26 yards. And the Giants are going to take that first quarter lead. Rosas good with the extra point, and it's now a 7-0 game. Rosas now to kick this one away. Roberts on the return. And he'll take this across the 25. Couple extra yards up to the 27-yard line. Now the Jets offense about set to take over as they head onto the field. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
Hey.
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down.
Right. He's tight right here. He's tight on the right.
Here we go now. 3-19.
Here's Darnold now on 2nd down. And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up 3rd down.
The beauty of being able to play a zone defense when you can sit back and see the ball coming out of the quarterback's hands, guess what? Creates a lot of confusion, kind of a muddle in the middle of the field where you can go make a play on the football.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Darnold down to throw. He hits Jermaine Curtis. And he gets this one just shy of the 40, down at the 39.
Hey, guys, check me out. We got 3 down, but we got to stand up over there.
A 1st down throw, Darnold. Got it open, man, it's a noon one. And he'll be taken down at the 46-yard line. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
Let's go, fellas. We got 4 down. Let's go.
Watch tight, watch tight. Tight end right, tight end right.
3 down, 3 down.
Darnold will throw it on 3rd and 1. Escaping the pressure right. And he's got a new one. And he's corralled, but not before getting it inside the 35. The Jet passing game in rhythm. They've got another first.
And there was absolutely zero pressure on the quarterback on that play. 3rd down, and he has all the time in the world to eventually find an open receiver for a first down pickup.
From the 34 now, here's first
Watch it
and
now,
10.
Barney, Barney.
The first down carry now for Corral. And that play is blown up, losing yardage back at the 35. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down.
Tight end's Ringo. Tight end's on the Ringo. Tight end's on the Ringo.
To throw on 2nd down is Darnold. Airing one deep for Curtis. And not only did he drop it, he dropped it in the end zone. Seems like this defense, especially the secondary, has really been contesting about every throw in this first half.
Remind me of a good half-court defensive basketball team. Every time a pass is thrown, they're right there in good defensive position, able to affect the play.
The Jets on 3rd down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 11. The shotgun snap for Darnold. And he can't get away from the pressure. The Giants get there. Olivier Vernon in there to get him his 2nd sack now of the afternoon.
Yeah, that's right. Get off the train tracks, baby. Get off the train tracks. Single. Watch 14, watch 14.
3 buzz.
Now on 4th down, we've got a whistle here and a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this 2nd quarter. And how about this? 4th and long, and they're going to go for it.
Watch tight end. Tight right.
And now the Giants will stop play as they take a timeout defensively. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this 2nd quarter. They'll break the huddle here and go for it. This is 4th down.
Right, boy, tight end to the right. Move.
They snap it. They're going for it. Here's Darnold. Steps away to his left. And my goodness, this is incomplete. The Todd Bowles tried it, went for it, but it didn't pay off. And the Giants are going to get the football back. The Giants offense now, they get ready to head back on the field. And they'll be looking to make this a 2-score advantage. Had the touchdown on their first drive, Charles. Hey, they can get up 2 scores here on the road. That's a heck of a start.
And not only have they thought about it, I wonder if they visualized it. I remember playing, and they used to turn the lights out in our meeting room and run through a situation like this and say, just think about what it would be like to be up on the road and take the crowd out of it. Maybe they did some of that.
Manning and the Giants come up now 1st and 10 at their own 43.
4 down. Alert.
Here's Manning to throw. Looking left side, and he's got a man. It's Shepard. A good pickup there, 26 yards.
Brandon, so many times we see the crossing route start as a quick hitter, but in this play, he had time in the pocket and waited for him to clear going across.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30.
Hey, go 56. 27's to Sam. 27's to Sam.
First down carry for Barkley. And he'll fall forward to the 29-yard line. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited about hitting him in the first half. Maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
Zebra.
There's a give to Barkley. He's trying to turn the corner, but he's going to be stopped right near the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there, so that doesn't help. Now they're looking up in a 3rd and 9 situation.
Watch tight end. Tight end's right. Tight end's right.
Yo, set. Blue 88.
Check. 3 down. 3.
Regular.
Key 39.
Let's go.
On 3rd down, Barkley. And inside the 20 before he's brought down.
3 down.
Give him 12 yards on that one. It earns him a fresh set of downs. First trip to the red zone for the Giants. They have a 1st and 10 at the 18. 2 minutes to play here in the first half. We'll come back to MetLife Stadium after this short timeout. Took nearly the entire first half, but a first red zone opportunity for him here. They have a 1st and 10 at the 18.
Hey, go 56. 27's to Sam.
Handoff to Barkley. And they go the wrong way here. Knocked back to the 20. Now the Jets are going to burn another timeout. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime.
Right. He's tight right here. He's tight on the right.
Yo, set. Blue 88.
Now they'll throw it with Manning. And this is caught. For the moment, it's a touchdown, but multiple flags down, so let's sort this out. So retract the yardage and retract the touchdown.
And retract the chunk play. Big strike there to get the touchdown. Now they've got to take it back and see if they've got another one still in their arsenal.
Watch left. He's tight right there.
On 3rd and long, it's Manning. And Ingram holds it in. And able to get him down, but he does reach the 5. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
Strong right.
That's it.
Throwing is Manning. Quick slant caught. And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. 3 yards is the gain that time. 2nd and goal.
When you see zone defense and you know you've got a drag route on as your primary call, you've got to be really careful as a passer about how far you let your guy go because he might wander into some tough coverage.
Barkley will try to punch it in. And he is in. Touchdown, New York. Saquon Barkley with his 2nd touchdown here in this first half. And the Giants add on to their lead. Rosas to add the extra point. PAT up and good by Rosas. And that'll make the score 14-0. Rosas now to kick this one away. Roberts on the return. And he'll take this across the 25. Couple extra yards up to the 27-yard line. Now the Jet offense about to take over as they head out onto the field. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of the teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet and try and generate some offense on this drive.
Anything. At least 3 points, get that zero off the board. And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up second down.
Yeah, baby. Yeah.
You've always been very good about checking my math. Am I correct? That's the first time that it's been incomplete when they've thrown it to him?
Yes, he had caught every other ball coming his way.
So they feel like they've got something really good going there, and they're going to continue to go there until the defense makes an adjustment. Takes it away.
Well, they finally made an adjustment there. We'll see if they can build on that stop. Being chased out left. And he's out of bounds, able to take this one up to the 35. Give him 7 there on the tuck and run, and they're in better shape now for third.
Okay, he's not going to get the first down, but this is still a nice job of buying some time and then running to get to the sideline and get out of bounds and avoid the big hit.
Watch tight. Tight end right. Tight end right.
Darnold on third down. And it's caught by Herndon. And they bring him to the ground just shy of midfield. He's got his first catch here before halftime, and it goes for a first down. Darnold on first down.
One of the advantages of zone defense, as I remember it, is being able to see the play develop in front of you. One of the disadvantages, when they find those levels where they can hit you with it, sometimes behind the corner and in front of the safety, it makes it tough to defend.
So second in inches after that first down completion went just shy of the marker. Out of the shotgun, here's Darnold. His throw incomplete. Robbie Anderson, the man he was looking for. And now it's third down.
This defense has been very disruptive early on as they force another one to go awry.
Seems to be the front and the back end. Pass rush,
All right, now,
they've been able to get home. And they're taking the
56.
ball away in coverage as well.
I love how you put it together. The front and back working in sync.
Watch it now,
Only way
Barney,
to play
Barney.
good defense.
Leopard! Leopard!
Let's go, D. Tighten up. Let's go, D. Tighten up. Switch, switch, switch.
Watch it now, Barney! Barney! Watch it now, Barney! Barney!
Fresno, Fresno, Fresno.
Again, Darnold. He's got Curse. 12 yards there as they keep this drive rolling. It's another first down. And now before this first down play, we're going to get a timeout here, as they'll stop it with 13 seconds to play in half number 1. Now the Giants will use the second of their 3 timeouts, as they'll stop it with 13 seconds to play in half number 1. On now is the kicker, Jason Myers, for the field goal try. It'll be a 47-yard attempt from the left hash. And Myers able to knock it through, and they will get themselves on the board here at 14-3. So the 3 points here, they're still down, but they put somewhat of a dent into that lead going into the break.
Anything helps when you're trying to chip away at a lead, but they do know that they're going to need a little bit better effort in the second half.
This is taken about 7 yards deep. And he'll take this one near the 25, call it the 26-yard line. The Giants offense now gets ready to head back onto the field. And from this spot in the field with the clock where it's at, you think we're just going to see a knee and that's it?
And I think in this situation, that's the proper play. But we do know there's some risk takers out there that may want to take one more shot before the clock runs out.
They'll start out on the ground. It's Saquon Barkley. And he gets this up to the 34 out of bounds there. First half in the books. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. Second half ready to get rolling. The Giants with a lead, and they are set to receive this kick. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And he's able to get it across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked down at the 21-yard line. Here's the Giant offense now making their way back out onto the field. They built a good first half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on Here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the second half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively.
Blue 88.
Watch 13 seconds.
Second half begins with a run from Barkley. And he will lose yardage on the play. Back at his own 19-yard line. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be second down.
Zebra.
I know when I was a kid, I always got real excited when I saw those lateral-type runs. But the best backs that made it happen, they put a foot in the ground and just go. That didn't happen there. That play got swallowed up.
And a nice carry there of 15 yards.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball and protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop them.
Check. We got blue 80.
Now Saquon Barkley. And the hole closes quickly. He gets it across the 35 to the 36-yard line. On the stop there defensively, Marcus May with a tackle.
Typically, strong safety get better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play?
They'll wind up losing 3 yards here. And that's going to lead to a 3rd and 11.
No set. No blue 80. Regular. Regular.
Now a play fake. Manning. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Marcus May with a pick. And he'll return this ball across midfield to the 47-yard line. First possession of the third quarter, an interception, so maybe a second-half tone setter.
Indeed, and not the tone they wanted to set. That's the equivalent of running out the wrong door and running into your pool instead of running out onto the field. A real dud for that one.
Has that happened to you before?
No, but I've heard stories about teams actually doing that back in the good old days.
Detroit!
They'll run out of the gun. And he'll get this down only to about the 46. Josh Morrow on the stop.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Quick hitter here, it's complete. And past the 35, he'll be dropped a yard or two shy of the 30. Give him 15 yards on that one, and the Jets move the chains.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56. And I'm like, any of them, especially if it's a good receiver, that makes things very difficult. But when you're running a drag route, something short, shallow, going through defenders, using guys almost as screens in order to get open, that makes things tough for guys trying to get to the football.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. And that one goes incomplete. They tried something out of the bag of tricks, but it's incomplete and now second down. Back to the air, Donald on second down. Eluding the pressure right. Looking middle, and it's incomplete. Quincy Anoon with the intended receiver. And that takes us from second to third down.
And that incompletion was caused by the defense. I think they were trying to get one into the middle of the field, trying to find a receiver there. But they were in zone defense. And what are the advantages of being in zone? Eyes and reaction. Eyes meaning all eyes are on the quarterback and able to react when he throws the football, rally to that spot, and that's exactly what happened there. Able to get there and knock it away.
And he will go down outside of the pocket for a sack. Tried to get away, but could not. I don't care if you're taking it in round one, you're undrafted, whatever. As a rookie quarterback in this league, you're going to have games where you face adversity like this.
Lessons. All the time you're going to face these lessons. The key for this guy is, will he be able to bounce back in the next one? Because right now, this has not been his game.
Carrying one deep for Curse. Got a man, it's caught at the 6-yard line. And he's going to take it in for a Jets touchdown. Jermaine Curse, 41 yards. And the Jets are able to make this a close game again. Now And he's got it. So the try for two successful. And with it, they're back within a field goal. Here's Myers now to kick it away. This is taken about 7 yards deep. Spins away. And all that work, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been, and he's simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line. Here's the Giant offense now as they get ready to take over here. Manning and the Giants come up now first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Rush in.
They begin with a run by Barkley. Shifts by him. He finds an opening past the 40. Through an opening, and there he goes. And all the way in. Touchdown, New York. Saquon Barkley, 75 yards. And the Giants are able to grow their lead. And that run massively increases production in this game and now 100 yards.
And break out your calculator, partner, because his yards per carry went up significantly, right? Big-time jaunt all the way to the end zone.
Rosas now to kick this one away. Roberts on the return. Now a hit and a loose football. And he will score. Touchdown, Giants. Benny Fowler taking it in. And the Giants add on to their lead.
I'm glad we were paying attention during the rules seminar because we learned the only time you can't advance a fumble like that is in the last 2 minutes of either half.
Right. Other than that, if that ball's out, whether forward or backwards, it's live and free for anybody.
No doubt about it. When you say free, that means he's got free reign to pick it up and go. That's exactly what happened there. Took it in for a touchdown.
And he'll be brought down at the 23, make it the 24-yard line. Now the Jets offense, they get ready to head back onto the field. I guess they have to feel a little gratified to at least get on the board last time, but still work to do.
No doubt about it. I wonder now if they're going to try to increase the urgency a little bit, maybe pump up the pace, maybe go 2 minutes. Who knows? Let's see what they decide to do.
SOS.
They go play action here on first down. Flush to his right. Got his man, Isaiah Crowell. And they've got it well across midfield down to the 40 before it's all said and done. They give him a gain of 37.
Looked like the defense put pretty good pressure on him, but he's able to flush out to his right to try and evade people. On the run, had to get on his horse. Still accurately throws a nice pass for a first down.
And he's going to be sacked. They sack him back right at the midfield stripe. Olivier Vernon able to disrupt yet another pass play, his third sack of the afternoon. And they need to work to at least get some of this yardage back after the sack. 2nd and 19. Play action. It's Darnold. Flushed out right. Under pressure again, and down he goes again. Dalvin Tomlinson in there to drop him, and sacks on 1st and 2nd downs are going to lead to a 3rd and long. Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after 1st and 2nd down went backwards. It's 3rd and very long. Darnold from the gun. That's caught inside the 30. Back now here on EA Sports. It's Jet football, but they trail here as we start the 4th quarter. So the drive takes them into Giants territory now, 1st and 10, as they're down to the 29-yard line. To throw is Darnold.
So we got man.
Buying time to his left. This will be caught inside the 10. And he gets it all the way down inside the 10 and mark him at the 5. That one goes for 24 yards. Two big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's 1st and goal.
Hey, guys, check me out. Check me out.
Now it's Darnold. Escaping the press, and he's going to go down just outside of the 5, right around the 6-yard line. Josh Morrow in there to record another sack, their 6th of the afternoon. 2nd and goal from the 6 this time.
Tight end's right. Watch tight. Tight end's right.
Here's Darnold. Eluding the pressure right. And that's off the mark, incomplete. Another wayward pass. You know, things started out poorly in this game, and to be frank, they just really haven't gotten much better.
And all that does is embolden a secondary. They feel good about what's going on, and they just play better and better.
Well, they've been so good on 3rd down all day long. Can they convert another here on 3rd and goal? Darnold now to throw. Oh, it's a touchdown if he holds on. Instead, it's 4th down.
It is tough to complete passes against zone defenses. The windows that you see open, they shrink pretty rapidly. How about being able to hit a moving target against a zone before the next guy can get there and make a play on the ball?
Not easy for any quarterback, no matter the situation, and there the defense won the battle. Now, a field goal obviously means nothing here. They're going to go ahead and go for it on 4th down. 4th down for Darnold. It's desperation time. Flush to his right. Oh, you saw that one coming. It's intercepted. Thrown back across his body. Good positioning, and it's picked off. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. This spot in the 4th quarter with that deficit had to throw the football. Unfortunately, there's the risk of big turnover.
And you know you're going to be throwing against nickel, dime, all sorts of exotic defenses. You have to do it anyway. Ordinarily, you might want to run the football a little bit, try and get them out of it. But as you noted, this time of the game, this point on the clock, had to throw it. Where Brandon Pace comes into play now because they've got the advantage, they've got the football, but they've got to be very careful about which team they're going to play. My music's back in New Paltz. Mrs. Bythema Bagley used to say, don't go prestissimo when you really want to go largo. And what she meant by that is don't go too fast. You really want to go at a nice, slow pace.
I am speechless. I am without speech. And they'll get him down right around the 11-yard line. It's a gain of 5, but it'll lead to a 4th down.
Zebra.
That running room that he had in the first half, because it looks like it's drying up a little bit here. Someone made some adjustments, it appears, at least on this drive.
And he won't get there. They stop him a few yards short of the line to gain. Well, Charles, I guess the only thing I can think there is they've got a 3-score lead, and they're saying, well, we're not going to lose this, so let's have some fun. I don't know why you go for it.
I think that's as good an explanation as any, and we all know that certain coaches are more aggressive than others. That call to me, the fantasy people loved it, right? Anybody who's going to touch the ball, gain yards, maybe put more points on the board, they're happy that they kept it and did that. So, very interesting deal there, but I'm with you on that one. Maybe he just says, what the heck, we can't lose.
Crowell, and he'll get blown up behind the line of scrimmage. Back at the 6. He lost 2 there, and it's 3rd down.
Oh, partner, that play brought back memories. Watching them string it out, letting the runner get all the way to the sideline area, but not letting him get out of bounds. They formed that picket fence and didn't allow him through.
Not only that, got him for a loss as well here. And one of the reasons they lead in the 4th quarter, plays like this. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off by Landon Collins. And nothing there on the return. They've got the football, but they'll have to start this drive at their own 4-yard line.
Well, this defensive pressure has been constant all game long. The pass rush, the coverage, they've all been excellent, and now they'll tack on an interception here as this one continues to slip just further and further out of hand.
Zebra.
And not much there as he gets it up to about the 5-yard line. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9. And when do they start thinking about running this time out? They've got all 3 still defensively.
To me, you have to stay right right now. Here's the time, and that means you've got to stop them on defense, not give up the yardage, use your timeouts in order to get the ball back and try and score yourself. But now is the time to start using those timeouts.
And keep in mind, it'll also stop the clock at the 2-minute warning. They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway.
58's the mic.
They'll try to run forward, Barkley. He spins through. And he'll get this one up to about his 14. Time for a break. We'll come back and see this one out after this. And with things looking pretty good on the scoreboard, they're going to keep the offense out there and go for it here on fourth.
Zebra.
They'll run forward, Barkley.
Run.
And I think he's going to go. They're not going to get him. Touchdown,
Yeah, good job,
Giants.
That's the one you make.
my baby 35.
Gotta hit him on the jack. When you coming back, where's you at on the map? Everything is intact. Could've been a seamstress, still wouldn't cut him slack. Pretty much ain't got a clue. Itty bitty piggyback off everything I do. But I'm still dropping. Got him looking like James Harden at the awards. Back to you, I'm so into you. For real, bread, like I'm kin to you. If you a 10, I add 10 to you. They be mad when I 10 to you. That's what the bay like. Call me Buffy, cause that's what I slay like. These I son them like it's daylight. These wanna know what it's like. What it like, yo, what it like, yo. They wanna know what it's like, yo. All this ice is like snow. Get kimonos and let's fly to Tokyo. Pretty, pretty, please, baby, won't you cop this for me?
I got too much on my mind right now. I ain't got the time to get you sailing right now. I got too much on my mind right now. Tell the hero Dale, get my baby 35. Bar for me. Bar for me, yeah. Bar for me. Bar for me, yeah. Bar for me. Bar for me, yeah.
From the site that many call the loudest in the NFL, we are inside Arrowhead Stadium here in Kansas City. The scene just a few moments ago, predictably loud and raucous here at Arrowhead as their beloved Chiefs took field, and they are set to match up with Eli Manning and the New York Giants. Here's the kicker, Aldrich Rosas, ready to get us going. And into a sea of red, we're underway in Kansas City. This is taken at the 3. Solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32-yard line. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10.
Double tight, guys, double tight.
Left, 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 left.
We got 3, we got 3.
They'll run it down in the gun. And he'll get this up only to about the 33. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
Nice job by that defensive front there to hold him to a short gain on 1st down. Well played, I must say.
Yeah, only getting 1 yard. There was no room to run.
Z, 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 Z.
Now Mahomes throwing out 2nd down. Going for the deep ball. This is caught inside the 15. And he's able to get this down deep on the Giants side of the field. Mahomes finding Hill for a big play. 56 yards. They'll run with the backup. This is Williams. And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. It's a 6-yard pickup, but it gets him to 2nd and 4.
Well, I think that's what they're going to need to do here in the first half. You've got to take some pressure off of this young quarterback, and no better way to do it than to establish the running game early.
On 2nd down. And the hole closes quickly here. He can fight only to about the 4. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 3rd and 3.
Whenever we talk about the best strong safeties, one word constantly comes up, and that's instincts. Being able to diagnose run or pass
Blue 45.
and make the appropriate
Blue
moves.
45.
He crashed down hard there. He was ready for the running play. They'll try and run for it. Here's Williams. And he is in. Touchdown, Kansas City. Damian Williams taking it in from 4 yards out. And the Chiefs are going to take a first-quarter lead. And they do exactly what they wanted to. Opening drive, they get into the end zone. They do it on the ground.
And not only is the person lugging the ball happy, of course, because he got it into the end zone. How about the offensive linemen and receivers who are blocking for him? They have to feel great about themselves, sticking it in the end zone on a running play.
That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll make it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. Manning and the Giants come up now 1st and 10 at their own 23.
Hey, we got
On the ground, this is Saquon
Hey,
Barkley.
watch it.
Give him 13 yards on the opening play of the drive and also give him a first down.
Boy, he does it at a high level, doesn't he? Because
Hey,
when I
we
watch
got
him,
four.
I
We got
think of
four
his
down,
vision.
4 down.
Straight ahead, peripheral, also has that sense of where holes are going to be before they actually open. I think that helps set him apart from many of the other backs in the league.
We got 3 down, 3 down.
They keep it with Barkley on first down. And unable to get downhill there as he'll take this up to about the 37. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
That's it, baby.
Well, we saw him there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
Okay, double up.
On 2nd down, here's Manning. And this is going to be incomplete.
I know tight ends love this route because a lot of times they'll fake a block first and get a little bit of space and then come across the middle because in their mind, they're thinking catch the ball and then drop the hammer on the little guys in the secondary.
Unable to drop the hammer, he just dropped the pass.
Zebra.
Play action, Manning. Dancing to his left. And he'll just toss it away. So he throws it away, and that brings up 4th down.
And 3rd down is a key down in any game you play. And 3rd down defense, something we've got to watch in this one. Got to be effective on the passing downs. That's a pretty good first step right there.
Oh, a big decision here early. Look at this. They're going to go for it on their own side of the field.
Regular.
They do go for it. It's Manning. He's going to have his running back. It's complete. And he'll be corralled out across midfield down to the 45. Facing a 4th down, they come away with 18 yards and the first down conversion. The 4th down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on first down.
Check 15.
And on Barkley running left. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. The All-Pro Justin Houston in on the tackle.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable 2nd down. A very solid gain on that play.
This is Barkley. And this time not quite to the 30. It'll be down at the 31-yard line. They get 9 out of that one, and as a result, the drive continues. You were telling me this yesterday. This is exactly what they want to do on the opening drive, establish the ground game.
You got to remember our conversation we were talking about with one of the GMs in the league has told me repeatedly.
Let's go.
It's a big man's game, and it's not necessarily size. He's talking about playing some big boy football.
Zebra.
Line up, get leverage, knock people back, and establish the run early.
Mike 5'9", Mike 5'9".
They'll run it now. How do we go? And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. Give him 6 on the play, and it'll be 3rd down.
All right, Brandon, I know we're in the early going here, but those kind of runs, they're going to open up a world of opportunities for this offense going forward.
Oh, he almost picked it. Nearly a turnover there on their opening drive. And that's a throw he'd like to have back. Now 4th down.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? The zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on 3rd down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. 3rd down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
The field goal unit's going to stay put on the sideline. They're going to go on 4th down here. They'll go for it. It's Manning. Flushed out right. He finds Beckham complete. And he will take it on in for a giant touchdown. Odell Beckham, 23 yards for the touchdown. And the Giants are an extra point away from tying up this football game. Rosas good with the extra point. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin, and it's the Giants. Score on the final play before break. So a tie ball game here as the kick's away. This is taken at the 3. And nice work on the return as they'll start their drive just past the 30-yard line. And now here comes Kansas City. And they had to wait a long time to get the football back. Probably not what you were hoping for when you got an offense that's humming.
Agreed. What you were looking for is the defense get the ball back pretty quickly, right? Hoping for a 3 and out. So that didn't happen. You can't rush your D for that. They've got to take care of their own business and reestablish themselves now that they're back on the field.
This is intercepted. Picked off by Landon Collins. And a good return here as he takes it up past the 30-yard line.
Oh, man, Brandon, not a real good throw that time. It looked like he tried to put a little too much air under this one, and it turned into a floater. And defensively, this is a dream. He could have fair caught that one. That was way too easy.
Manning and the Giants come up now 1st and 10 at the 31-yard line.
We got 3. We got 3.
Check. The blue 80.
Eyes on 13. Eyes on 13.
Hey, gun.
Shit.
So after the INT, it's Manning escaping the pressure right. And he gets this up across the 35 before he's out of bounds. He'll get 5 out of the scramble. It's 2nd down.
Yeah, he only gets a few yards on 1st and 10, but he's better off doing that than throwing an incompletion or even worse, an interception.
And very little room to maneuver. He'll get this down to about the 39. Chris Jones on the stop.
I do know from experience that when you slow down someone's running game, you're now doing the dictating on defense. And guess what? Now you're getting ready to tee off on their quarterback because they have to throw it all the time. But you still have to be alert for the draws and other plays of that nature and make sure you don't get hurt.
And this play will be blown up. He'll lose yardage back at the 38. A loss of a yard, and it brings up 4.
We got 4 down. Let's go.
I know they want to go for it here, and I know that their fans want them to go for it, but listen, I'm going to play head coach right here and look at the facts. Tie game, plus, even if you get the first, you still got a half a field to go. I'll go ahead and punt the football myself.
And this offense has converted twice already here in this first half on 4th down conversions. And here we go again.
Zebra.
They'll try and throw for it here. He's got a first down and then some at midfield. And he's got it across the 50 to the 47-yard line. How about them biting off 15 yards there on the 4th down attempt and keeping the drive alive? The 4th down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on 1st down.
Regular.
Manning now on 1st down. It's complete on the bubble screen. That's Shepard. And that play will go nowhere, losing yardage back near midfield at the 49.
Well, that was a simple throw and catch, but even with that completion, 0 yards gained, so they're behind schedule on down and distance.
I think they were hoping to get it to him. He could make a man or two miss, but that window closed quickly. They go back to the ground with Barkley. And he'll get this into enemy territory, but not by much as he's down to the 48. The pass rush specialist, D. Ford, in on the stop.
But we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading a play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
Forced out to his left. He may try and run for this. He'll wind up getting 4 yards there on his own, but it also brings up 4th down.
And, partner, I would guess that in his headset he was hearing from his coach, it's 3rd down, don't take a sack. And in this case, he's able to avoid the pressure and get out of there. He doesn't get the 1st down, but he does turn a possible loss into positive yardage.
Zebra. Now set.
Manning to throw for it on 4th. Past the 20. He finds his target, Beckham. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop him. Officially a minute 54 to go in this first half. We're back to Arrowhead after this. So how about this for field position after the big play? Inside the 15 now as they come up on 1st and 10. The pitch goes to Beckham, and he'll fight his way down right around the 12.
Let's go.
Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8. Clock rolling as the Giants will hurry to the line.
He was hoping to get to the end. They did a really nice job of forcing him back inside. That's excellent fundamental defensive football. Don't let them outside where they can really shred your defense.
It's a gain of 6, moves him to a manageable 3rd and 2 situation. Now Manning. And unable to connect. If he had caught it, it would have been a first down. Instead, it's 4th.
Perhaps they overthought this one a little bit. They've been running it real well on this drive, and it was 3rd and short, okay? They decided to throw the football incomplete. Yeah, they might have thought just a little bit too hard about that play selection.
The offense staying out. They're going to go on 4th and 2.
Double tight.
Hey, we got 3 down.
They'll run his and he will take it on in for a Giant touchdown. Saquon Barkley, a 6-yard touchdown run. And the Giants are in for 6. PAT up and good by Rosas. And that makes the score 14-7. Rosas now to kick this one away. This fielded at the 2. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here at the 30-yard line. And now here comes Kansas City. A tale of 2 extremes already in this game. A touchdown pass on their opening drive followed by an interception last time out.
Now, it sounds like things balance out, right? What's that mythological thing that we do? If you have a candy bar, have a diet soda with it that balances it out. And we know that's not really true, right? Because the interception, that sting lingers a little bit longer. Got to come out now and put together some nice plays.
Successful start to the drive, 17 yards, and moves the sticks.
Well, it's tough to be a defender in today's NFL because there's so many things to account for in today's passing game, including the back sneaking out of the backfield. Not quite as bad as a turkey bowl where you have that center eligible.
And he's taken down, trying to do a little too much, getting outside of the pocket, and it results in a sack. Olivier Vernon in there to sack him for a loss of 6. On 2nd down, here's Mahomes. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. He's got his first catch here before halftime, and he goes for a first down.
I know many people like to throw to the tight end, maybe in a little flexed out position because he creates mismatches with his size. But slot receivers do the same thing with their quickness, their speed, and their route running savvy.
And now we won't see a play on first down. We're going to get a timeout instead, as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. Mahomes now, after the pick on the last drive, 3 for 3 to start this drive. It's 1st and 10. Operating from the red zone now, Mahomes. Eluding the pressure right. And that is caught for the touchdown, Kansas City. Chris Conley from 19 yards away. And the Chiefs are an extra point away from tying up this football game. Point after, right down the middle. And we've got a tie game here in a back-and-forth first half. So we're right back where we started, all even as the kick's away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And all that worked, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been, and he's simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line. And now out come the Giants.
Let's go,
and with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
And they're able to get this one across the 35. Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense, as they'll stop it with 25 seconds to go here in half number 1.
53's the mic.
Running game working. They'll stick with it on first down.
Like that.
And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down, but a nice little gain. Now before this second down play, we'll get whistles and a timeout, as they'll stop it with 17 seconds to go in this first half of action. On play between the toes, and that's going to be a first down. Well done. Manning able to find OBJ there for a Giants first down. Manning now 6 of 10 of this first down. He's got his guys a first down here.
Everyone,
Set.
They fake the handoff. Now Manning. And he's going to be hit and taken down. Back right around the 48-yard line. D. Ford in there to drop him, and it'll be a loss of about 8. Got to imagine the pass rush will be equally intense here on second down following the sack. It's 2nd and 18. So we've hit intermission. It's halftime. This is the NFL, and it's a presentation of EA Sports. And we welcome you back now. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin, getting set for quarter number 3 here. And ready to get the party started for the second half. It was an even first half, all tied on the scoreboard. That's fielded in the end zone. And he's into the clear. The 20. And all the way in. Touchdown, New York. A great effort there with what they'll score a 106-yard return. And the Giants have broken our tie as they take the lead. Rosas good with the extra point, and the lead is now 21-14. So now the other return teams out there as they'll try to duplicate what they just saw. This is taken at the 3. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. So here's the Chiefs offense ready for their first reps in half number 2. They're down here, but very much in this game. What's the tonality of a coach's talk when a game is within striking distance like this?
Typically, what they're doing is emphasizing the things that went well in the first half and wanting more of that.
Black 58
sure, you got
rail.
to go over
Black
some of the areas
58
and clean
rail.
up some things because there's a reason you're down. Overall, I think they want to stay positive, stay up with this team. We're just starting the second half, and we've got the football. Let's go ahead and punch it in, and then we'll take it from there.
See how that recipe works. Now a deep ball there on second down, but it'll wind up incomplete. After an incomplete pass on second down, that'll leave him trying to convert on 3rd and 9. Working from the gun, Mahomes. And it's caught by Watkins. And they work this well upfield across the 45. And a nice gain of 21 yards.
Well, we always hear about the connections some quarterbacks have with certain receivers. I think this guy has a connection with just about everyone. Didn't mind throwing it against them.
Confidence, supreme confidence.
Big-time confidence that he would make the play for him, and he did.
2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
Another scouting report on him is that he doesn't possess the eye discipline to be an elite linebacker, and what that means is his ability to read, react, and make a play. But on that one, he looked like one of those guys.
Slow.
hey, check. 3 down.
Mahomes to throw on second down. And he checks this one down to Williams. And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds. It'll be a 3-yard gain. And just like that, it's 3rd down.
Hey, tight end's right. Watch tight end. 3 down.
Shotgun snap to Mahomes. He is going to find Hill here. And he's got the first before he's brought down at the 39-yard line. It's a 9-yard gain, and it keeps the drive moving. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Mahomes now on 1st down. Looking left side for Watkins, and he's got him. And they're going to be set up down around the 15-yard line. 23 yards on the play. Mahomes now 5 straight completions here in this second half. First and 10. Mahomes going to throw. This will be caught just inside the 10. Hill's hit, and he lost the football. And who's got it? The Giants.
I know one thing. The team that had the ball and was driving, they're going to feel horrible. But the team that was on defense, I think we got to give them a little bit of credit, able to hang in there and force a key turnover.
Yeah, in the red zone, though, had a chance to tie it and an opportunity missed. Manning and the Giants come up now first and 10 at their own 13. A toss out to Barkley. And he'll be corralled well upfield right around the 40-yard line. A big chunk on the ground there, 27 yards.
Outside handoff to the right side. If you're a running back, you love getting the ball early, so you have vision to see what's happening in front of you.
Right tackle likes that call. Big play for him, but don't forget about the guys you always tell me on the backside sealing off.
When they talk about cutoff blocks, making sure no one can leak from the backside that can run a play down.
And nobody leaked. Big play. Now a toss right to Barkley. And good penetration here. He'll get this down only to about the 49-yard line. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
Let's give a lot of credit to the offensive line. They've been able to move the ball really well on the ground the entire game. They'll take them in short, steady bursts.
And he's going to get this one down to the 45. It's a 4-yard pickup there, and it leaves him with 3rd and 5.
That's what I'm talking about. Nice hit, boy.
Now they'll run it on the toss. And he's going to have the first down at about the 38. It's an 8-yard pickup and leads to a new set of downs.
There are a lot of different formulas to winning football, but one constant over the years, winning on 3rd down. That pickup there was big because they had struggled throughout this one.
Tight end's right.
They'll run with Barkley. And he's going to be stopped here for no gain. And that's going to take us to the end of the 3rd quarter of play.
Bus stop. Watch tight end. We got 3 down. Mike's
And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. That'll be a loss of a yard, and it leads to a 3rd down.
Yeah, baby.
Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
Watch tight. Tight end's right. Watch tight. Tight end's right.
That's
They'll run it now out of the gun.
Eyes on 10.
That'll be good for 6, but now it's 4th down. They won on 2 fronts there, so to speak, Charles. Not only do they stop him short of the first, they get him out of bounds and stop the clock.
Yeah, they won. The offensive guys lost because they wanted to stay in bounds and have that clock run or force you to use timeouts. Instead, the defense won, as you mentioned, on both fronts.
Manning indeed going for it on 4. And they're going to try the screen. It's complete. But he will be stopped behind the line as he will not come close to the marker.
You got him.
The Giants go on 4th but come up empty. And the Chiefs defense comes up with a stop. Throwing out first down is Mahomes. And going deep for Hill. He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out. Incomplete.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, 4th quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield.
Z.
Mahomes will try again on 2nd down. And the hit jarred it loose. It's incomplete.
That's where you belong.
Anytime a defense can sit back in a zone like that, it tends to create a lot of congestion in the middle of the field.
Black 58
Makes it very
rail.
hard to slot
Black
one in.
58 rail.
Looked like I-4 at rush hour in your hometown of Orlando, Florida. An absolute mess. Throwing his Mahomes on 3rd. Looking downfield for Kels, and that's caught inside the 35. And he's able to get this down deep on the Giants side of the field. Mahomes finding his tight end Kelsey for a big one. 46 yards. Inside the red zone here. They'll look to throw. And his throw's going to be incomplete. Watkins, the intended receiver, and it's second down. We have not seen a whole lot of wide-open receivers. Everything seemingly has been contested.
And that's another nice job there to force an incompletion. They've been very cohesive, knowing each other's moves all game long, and they've been on the spot just about every time.
And they've held them in check on the scoreboard. So the long attempt falls innocently to the ground, and it brings up third.
Trying to erase that deficit all at once. One big shot. He took it. Unfortunately for him, incomplete.
This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have them looking at 3rd and 10.
We got 3, fellas, we got 3.
Mahomes to throw once more. This is caught. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
A looming decision to make on the conversion, down 7, but first things first, they need to score. On 1st and goal. Nothing doing there. They're going to wind up holding him at the 2. No gain there, and it's going to set up 2nd and goal. To throw, it's Mahomes. And they're going to get to him, a sack. Sacked back at the 9-yard line. Kareem Martin leading the surge there. He drops him for a loss of 6. One of the bigger plays in the game thus far. The crowd getting into it as we come up on a big 3rd down. Now Mahomes. Flush to his right. And, a crusher there as it's intercepted. It's the linebacker, Kareem Martin. And he is going to be stopped on the return at his own 3-yard line.
I think that interception happened for 2 reasons. Quarterback gets outside the pocket and panics a little bit. And receiver doesn't make sure he's absolutely in an open spot. So there's a guy lurking, took the back.
So don't wave your arms, right, as a receiver if you're not wide open.
Got to know that you're open, otherwise just don't do it.
And they'll get him down up past the 15. They were looking for a cushion from that end zone. He gave it to him, 15 big yards. And not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. Throwing on 1st down is Manning. It's hauled in by Shepard. And he's brought down after a very nice gain. A gain of 32 that time. Time for a break. We'll come back, see what transpires after this.
Regular.
Watch 10.
Zebra.
Single.
Regular.
Now out of the gun. All told, it's an even 30 and a 1st down.
He's still rumbling, isn't he? Still looking fresh in this one despite the heavy workload. But you and I both know, well-conditioned, and he did tell us that he thrives on being at his peak late in ball games.
So a big play as it gets him all the way down to the 20 now for 1st and 10. Manning looking to throw it. And this is caught at the 8. And they work this near the 5. He'll be stopped at the 6. Back-to-back nice gains. That one for 14 yards and another 1st. It's 1st and goal and a late touchdown at this stage. Can officially salt this one away. Manning to throw. And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked off by the free safety, Eric Berry. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Three down.
He's back to throw. Caught, Kelsey, left side. And they'll bring him down at the 27-yard line. 7 yards to pick up on the pitch and catch. The Chiefs will try and get to the line quickly. Back to throw. Flushed out right. And he gets this up to the 34 out of bounds there. Nowhere to go downfield, but he's able to get out of bounds and stop the clock here with a first down. Late in the game, defense trying to avoid a big play. He's able to work out of the passing game, turn it into a run, pick up the first, and stop the clock as well.
And you know in this situation, everything is sped up. The intensity, the thinking, everyone's movement.
And this will be caught at the 30. And yes, he's into the end zone. So they get the late score they needed. And now the extra point can tie this thing up in the final minute.
Yes, it was a touchdown. And not just a TD, but how about a long touchdown that puts them in a great position now.
And now just an extra point away from tying this thing. A very important extra point there, up and good. And we are tied here in the fourth quarter. Set to go now with the kickoff. These two teams all even again as we continue in this wild fourth quarter. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll take this up past the 20 and down at the 22-yard line. And here comes the Giants offense back out onto the field. They've got work to do, but they do still have a bit of time here.
And they've got to feel comfortable with that, but they have all their play sequences called. If they get out of bounds, that allows them to huddle down and play, but if they don't, it's hurry up to the line of scrimmage and either spike it and stop the clock or continue to move it downfield in order to try and get in range and win this game.
See if they can do just that. And before this second down play, we'll get a whistle, a signal, and a timeout as they get the stoppage with just under 50 seconds remaining in the fourth. Back to throw, Manning. And he'll be out of bounds right at the 40. A giant first down, Manning doing open Beckham.
If you run an out route, it's likely you're going to end up near the sideline.
Let's go.
And what did we just see there?
Toe tap.
You got it. The benefits of practice. Toe tapping, foot dragging, picking it up, and making sure it was a catch.
Check 48's the mic. Check.
Now Manning.
Come on, baby. Come on, let's go.
He dumps it off to Barkley. And he'll go out of bounds. It appears right at the 45. It's a gain of 5. And it'll be a second down.
So many times you hear today's NFL described as a space game. Get your best players in the space with the football in their hands. That's why sometimes you just swing it out to your runner, get him out in the flat, and let him have a chance to make people miss an open field.
Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense, as the clock will stop with 34 seconds to go in the game. So a solid run by Saquon Barkley and another 1st and 10 here.
Zebra.
To throw is Manning. He gets Stewart in the flat. Call it a pickup of 7, and it'll bring up a second down. They're making steady progress, but I see your face. You're worried about that clock.
I'm worried about the clock, and at some point, you have to have a splash play in there as well.
Able to get 7 on that first down pass play. 2nd and 3. Working from the gun. Manning. A dump off here to Stewart. And he works it to the 30-yard line here, right at the 30. 9 yards on the pickup there, and it keeps the drive alive. And the clock will now stop as a timeout is called with 5 seconds left. And right now it all rests on the right foot of Aldrick Rosas. His first attempt of the night here, and it's a big one. It's for the win. And this one is right down Broadway. And that will break our tie and give them a 3-point lead. A road win in the National Football League. Charles, you never take that for granted no matter who you're playing, no matter where you're playing.
You take it and you run with it. And you know you primed the pump all week in your own home facility. No one thinks we can do this. Only people who believe are right here in this room. And then you go on the road, band together, and get it done.
So that'll just about do it for Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. For more, log on to easports.com. With that, we say good night from Kansas City.
What's up, gang? Let me go secure for the game right quick. Hey, what's up, gang? I got it. I think it's my fault. For real. What's up, get the rest. Hey, I got that chicken to go. I'm gone. A lot of these look lost. They broke. They think it's my fault. No car. I want that caught. I'm dripping. I'm stuck with the sauce. Good drip. Good drip. You see, love you don't cut your. Reynolds Da Vinci is white. Limited Louis, that's light. Right from the city, that's light. LED, look at the light. We the ones don't like. But you look too light. Why even play with your life? Bank account looking like yikes. I went from filling out kites to putting it in my block. Blue Gucci sweater is drill. Somebody give me a. These ain't like the cops. Gossiping more than a. In jail I had. I make you cut off the. Think that I made it, they can't be my friends, so they wanna be ops. If I see them hating and I'm in that spaceship, I'm dropping the top. Ain't like my beat, ain't no happy belated, I'm calling the guap. Who gave you a voice? Who told you your thoughts count? GPS straight to the money. I put my big homie got the big Mickey Mouse. You posted your at 12 and 8 that night, she had my all over the mansion. Can't sit on my house. I got that chicken to go. A lot of these look lost. They broke, they think it's my fault. No car. I want that caught. I'm dripping, I'm stuck with the sauce. But she love you, don't cut your. Reynolds Da Vinci is white. Limited Louis, that's light. Right from the city, that's light. LED, look at the light. We the ones don't like. But you look too light. Why even play with your life? Bank account looking like yikes. With me, boy.
This is the NFL on EA Sports as we welcome you to MetLife Stadium here in East Rutherford, New Jersey. This is the scene just before we came on air. This New York crowd fired up by the arrival of their G-men as they burst from the locker room. They're ready to go as the Giants get set to match up with the Kansas City Chiefs. Here's the kicker, Harrison Butker, ready to get this one started. And we are underway from MetLife Stadium.
Regular.
Hey, we got three.
First carry for the former Nittany Lion. This is Saquon Barkley. Looking for a crease, can't find one. Stopped at the line of scrimmage. The linebacker, Anthony Hitchens, there on the stop. Well, they had the run for no gain. Now they'll try again from the 25 on 2nd and 10. On second down, here's Barkley. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. It's a loss of 2, now 3rd down.
That didn't appear to be a run blitz. He just darted in once he saw the run develop. That appeared to be a case of see ball, get ball.
3 and out, a real danger here on their opening drive as they come up on a 3rd and 12.
Zebra.
Hey, we got 3 downs.
Regular.
From the gun, it's Manning. And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40. 17 yards on the pickup there, and the drive will continue. So Manning to Beckham, and this defense, they better hone in on that connection.
It's almost like an electrical charge for him. He catches the first one, done by OBJ. He just goes to the huddle and says more.
And he's got daylight. It's a foot race. Touchdown, Giants. Saquon Barkley, 60 yards. And the Giants are going to take a first quarter lead.
Talk
about explosion coming right out of the gate.
And now they get to ride a wave of emotion, momentum, everything. Just as you described, right out of the gate, big sprint, touchdown. They're excited. But on the other side, they've got to guard against a major letdown because they hit them right in the gut with that one. And now you start to question yourself a little bit when you give up a touchdown on the opening drive.
And a nice return sets him up pretty good here at the 30-yard line. Mahomes will lead the Chiefs up 1st and 10, right at the 30. Working from the gun, Mahomes. And the giant rush gets home as down he goes. Olivier Vernon in there to bury him for a loss of 11.
And so much for that great field position to start the game. Now they're way behind the sticks. Can't wait to see what their second down call is going to look like now.
Now Mahomes throwing on second down. They're going deep for Hill. It's caught inside the 25. And he's able to get this down deep on the Giants side of the field. Mahomes finding Hill for a big play. 66 yards.
Black 58 rail. Check, 93's the mic. 93's the mic.
Now, this is Williams. And he'll do a nice job here just to fight his way back to the line of scrimmage.
Ace.
Alec Ogletree in on the stop.
As usual, the hallmark of a good run defense, linebackers making plays near the line of scrimmage. Absolutely nowhere to run there.
And here he'll get it down to the 7. The reception good for 7. It's 3rd down.
Some think the team's really well throw a slant route unless you have a receiver that has a lot of stature to him. But sometimes the little guys, they get lost in there. People can't really locate them, and they run that quick cut on the slant, and oftentimes they can turn it into big plays.
It's a gain of 6 as they're able to convert, and now it's 1st and goal.
That throw's not going to get them a whole lot, but that really didn't matter, did it? They got what they needed on that throw. Picked up the first down, and
Black 58
a little
rail.
cliche here. Game of inches, partner.
Absolutely. And you talked about opening drives, how key those are to set the tone. You kept the drive alive. 3rd down conversion here is big. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down. From back at the 4, here's 2nd and goal.
Your trip ends here.
Throwing now is Mahomes.
Watch the run.
To the sideline. Wow, what a catch. Doesn't get a lot out of it, but he is able to keep the feet in bounds. Only able to pick up 2, and that leads us to 3rd and goal. This is 3rd and goal, and this Giants defense, they have withstood the test thus far.
Black 58 rail. Black 58 rail.
Here's Mahomes to throw.
Check 26.
And that's
check 26.
caught. It's Kelsey. Touchdown, Kansas City.
Hot.
Travis Kelsey from a yard out. And the Chiefs are an extra point away from tying up this football game. Extra point splits the uprights, and we are tied at 7. So a tie ball game here as the kick's away. And the Giants ready to come out now. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
And able to stay on his feet past the 30 to about the 33-yard line. 8 yards on the pickup, and now they'll have some options on 2nd and short.
Zebra.
Here's a 2nd and 2 now from the 33. To throw, it's Manning, escaping the pressure right. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off at the 45. There he goes left side. And he will bring it back. It's a pick 6 and a KC touchdown.
My bad, guys. My
I don't
bad.
think there's any doubt that was not a very good throw by Eli. Eli, and, you know, part of what happens is he's a little bit of a slinger, all right? He's going to throw it downfield and take his shots, and in this case, it backfired.
Worth noting, you remember 2007 against the Vikings, 3 pick-sixes Manning had in that game, tied for the most in a game in NFL history.
So study his career. They've thrown the ball downfield a lot. That's where you'll accumulate a few more interceptions.
Manning and the Giants come up now 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line.
Alert! Alert!
They'll run it now. And he's able to plow forward up to about the 29, just shy of the 30. Calling a gain of 4 on first, and that'll make it 2nd down.
Well, it's time for them to be good teammates right here. What I mean by that is possess the ball for a little while. Get at least 2 first downs. Give their defense a chance to settle down a little bit after they give up a touchdown.
Double tight, guys. Double.
Regular.
3 down. 3 down.
Now set.
And they'll turn the ground game here with the running back. And he'll get about 4 across the 30 to the 32.
I can't help it. Every time I see Eric Berry make a play, as we just saw him make a tackle there, I just want to stand up and applaud.
Because he went to Tennessee like you?
Well, that doesn't hurt one bit, but how about the comeback? I mean, he came back from beating cancer and getting back to Pro Bowl level, one of the best players in the game.
This one to midfield before he's brought down. His first catch, and it's a pretty big one. They get the conversion on 3rd down.
Watch tight end. Watch tight end. Tight end's right. Tight end's right.
Zebra. Check. Regular.
A first down carry for Barkley. Takes to midfield, but no further. Just a yard there.
I'm going to hit you all
A 1-yard
day,
gain could look like a disaster, but it all depends on how the game is going. Is it a series of 1-yard gains running the ball? If that's the case, you might have to start thinking about running it a little bit more. But if it's just the occasional 1-yard run, hey, congratulations to the defense. They won that one. Come back and get them the next time.
Give him 3 on the play, and they're going to face a 3rd down.
Everyone's got to be able to catch the football. Doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're on offense,
Right.
be aware a ball may come your way.
Manning going to throw. And they will take over possession of the football at their 42-yard line.
Well, this is a defense that can confuse even the best of quarterbacks with their zone schemes. And here you've got a linebacker that's going to stay at home and just sit down in that zone. And this one basically comes right to him.
Tight end's right.
They begin the drive with Williams. Nice little juke. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. Give him 10 yards there, and about by the nose of the football, he's going to have a first down.
Right. He's tight right here. He's tight on the right.
Let's stick with the ground game on first down. It's Williams. And he's going to get this past the 50 and into Giant territory.
Black 58,
2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down.
Well, they didn't get a whole lot out of that one, but I think you got to continue to try and run it, try to keep the defense honest.
You mean or else he'll just sit back, dare you to throw it on every down?
Yeah, you get your quarterback hit a lot that way, too.
Mahomes to the former Rams, Sammy Watkins for the Kansas City first. Mahomes will bring him up 1st and 10. And he's a perfect 6 for 6 here to start the ball game.
Black 58 rail. Black 58 rail.
pressure right. And he'll slide down to avoid the contact. He'll get 8 on the scramble there. It'll be second and a couple. And he'll be brought down at the 21, just shy of the 20 in the red zone. They get 5 out of that one, and it moves the chains.
At this stage of the game, the run-pass numbers are a little bit out of whack because most of the yardage has come through the air. But in a sense, that just sets things up for big runs like that because the defense might be a little bit off balance. They pick up another first down with that run.
Watch tight, watch tight. Tight end right, tight end right.
On first and 10, here's Mahomes. Flush to his right. He'll get 10 there all on his own, but it'll be second down.
Well, he did a nice job keeping his eyes downfield, waiting for someone to get open. But once the pressure forced his eyes down to see the rush, it was time to make a break for it.
Left, 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 left.
And he'll get it here to the 10-yard line. Just a gain of a yard, but it's going to set him up with a first and goal.
Well, he hasn't made much of an impact in the running game thus far, and after that last run, not much is going to change in that area.
He hasn't been able to get anything going, and really the offensive line not helping him much.
Tight end's Ringo. Tight end's on the Ringo. Tight end's on the Ringo.
Throwing on first down is Mahomes. This will be close at about the 6. So he got free of one tackle but couldn't do a whole lot else. Only a yard on the completion. It's second and goal.
Never make the mistake of the slot receivers, especially the little guys like we're watching here, are just quicker than fast. A lot of them combine quickness and speed, and they catch a lot of footballs, as we just saw there.
They'll wind up with positive yardage. It's a gain of 3, but now it's third down.
He was able to get away earlier in the drive, but apparently all the time they put in practice finally came to the front, didn't it? They remembered their lessons and found a way to contain him when he took off on that one.
It's Williams. And they'll get him down here at about the 5-yard line. Only a yard on the pickup there, and it's going to bring up a 4th and goal.
This offense bent the defense in their long drive downfield, but once they get within sight of the goal line, the defense went to don't break mode and is stiffened.
And Butker able to put this one through. And they will move up by 10 now, 17-7. Still a little bit of time left here in the second quarter, but they do get 3 before the half and expand that lead.
And they have to be happy about that, and we haven't met a team yet that doesn't put an emphasis on trying to get points on the board in the last 2 minutes of a half. They'll be real excited to have those up on the board.
The Giants offense now, they get ready to head back on the field. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
Not much room here as he only gets it to about the 30. Now before this second down play, we'll get whistles and a timeout as they'll stop it with 14 seconds to go in this first half.
Hey, gun.
On second down, here's Manning. And this is going to be caught. He won the fight for the football. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see. So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for first and 10.
Zebra. What's that?
On first down, Manning. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. Now whistles and a timeout with 3 seconds left in the first half. So 3 seconds here remain in the half. On is the field goal unit to see about getting 3 points. And now we'll get a late timeout as it comes in the waning moments of quarter number 2. And Rosas puts this one through. Time for a break. We've hit halftime. 2 quarters down. 2 still remain. We step aside. This is the NFL on EA Sports. Okay, Coach. Appreciate it. A 1-touchdown game here as we get set to resume play in the second half. Rosas now to kick this one away. This one taken just inside the 10. Solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32-yard line. Here comes the Chiefs offensive unit as they'll have it to begin quarter number 3. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking to extend that lead.
And this is where I enjoy talking about one of my favorite subjects, tendency breakers, or counters as I also like to call them. You've done things in a certain way in the first half, and they've had the ability to see what you've done. They're going to make their adjustments. So guess what? You adjust yourself and try and stay ahead of the pace because you are looking for some separation in this ballgame.
The adjustment to the adjustment.
Without a doubt. Show one thing, hit them with something else.
Looking to throw is Mahomes. They'll set up the screen. This is Williams. And to the 42-yard line here and brought down there. 10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down.
When you run a screen pass really well, you got to like the look of it because so many parts come together to make it work well. The offensive lineman with taking people out, the back slipping out there, catching the football, then all of them going together as one unit downfield. A really nice pickup.
Only a gain of a yard there, but it indeed gets him a new set of downs.
Hey, tight end's right. Watch tight end. 3 down. Check.
Mahomes now on first down.
Let's go.
That's out to Hill, right side complete. A good pick up there of 20 yards. And a good quarterback facing zone coverage. If he has just a little bit of time to survey the scene, that's what's going to happen.
No doubt about it. If there's no pressure, he's going to continue to pick them apart because he'll have all that time to find someone open downfield. He can only cover for so long. So maybe they want to go to a zone blitz scheme, get a little bit more pressure. Remember when Carolina did that against Denver? They lost the game ultimately. They dropped the defensive end out, and he ended up with an interception in that game in Super Bowl 50. Maybe some sort of scheme like that to try and get more pressure at the passer.
Kelsey out of the slot right. Williams. And the D not yielding much there. He's only going to get a yard to about the 2.
Sometimes with the running game, you just got to stick with it. Look, it's the third quarter, no time to panic. But that also doesn't mean you just do it the same way you've been doing it the entire ball game. Maybe change up some blocking assignments.
And he will take it on in for a Chiefs touchdown. Travis Kelce, a beast in the red zone with his second touchdown of the game. And the Chiefs are able to grow their lead. A good, sustained drive there in this third quarter, capping it off with a touchdown. And now it's blocked. But he doesn't get far. They're able to stop him. And after all that, the extra point attempt unsuccessful.
Well, times have definitely changed on the PAT, on the extra point, haven't they? A lot more effort goes into this play from both sides.
Yeah, because let's face it, a lot of time on extra points, the effort is not what it is when you're trying to block a field goal.
No doubt about it. And before, when the ball was snapped on the 2-yard line, it was really a virtual chip shot. Now everyone believes they can get to it and knock it away, and we know how crucial every point is. So the defensive guys, they spent a lot more time trying to get that done, which means there's more pressure on the offensive guys trying to kick it.
Manning and the Giants come up now 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. They'll start out on the ground with Saquon Barkley. And he'll take this up near the 35, maybe the 34. 9 yards is the pickup there, and they'll have a 2nd and 1.
First play of the drive, let's give credit all around. Excellent blocking, but the guy carrying the ball, he was the finisher. A really nice run.
They'll go to Barkley again. And he'll get up to the 43-yard line.
Let's go.
8 yards on the pickup there, and it moves the
Zebra.
I'm okay with the call there. In fact, I actually like it. I know they're down a couple of spots, but the running game worked in that situation. I would continue to go in that direction.
There he goes, right side. A tremendous play there from Saquon Barkley. 57 yards.
Regular.
So close, couldn't get all the way
Zebra.
on the doorstep down to the 1. Nevertheless, fantastic run.
Not only that, this is where you wait to your replacement, go back to the bench. No way. I'm not coming out of this game. I got it down to the 1-yard line. I wanted to carry it in.
We'll see if they reward him on this next play.
It's a tough one right there. He ran right to the teeth of the blitz as the linebacker was up in order to stuff that one for a loss. I think quarterbacks got to see that. Got to find a way to audible into something a little more advantageous.
No gain on the play there, and they're going to need to come up with something better here on 3rd and goal. This is 3rd and goal. This Chiefs defense, they're giving it all they got.
3 down.
Trying to punch it in, Stewart. And he takes it into the end zone for a giant TD.
Get there.
Jonathan Stewart, a 3-yard touchdown run. And the Giants have got it back to a 1-score game. Rosas now to add the PAT. PAT up and good by Rosas. And the lead will shrink to 6. Rosas now to kick this one away. This will be fielded at the 8. And he'll be out of bounds across the 25. And now here comes Kansas City. Mahomes will lead the Chiefs up 1st and 10 at their own 27.
Hey, you're on an island over there. You're on an island.
From the gun, it's Mahomes. He's going to let this one go deep. And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up 2nd down.
Well, that certainly looked like something that they discussed all week in practice, getting ready for this one.
Zing,
Take
zing,
the
zing,
big
zing,
shot
zing,
right
zing.
out of the gate. At worst, you'll open up the defense a little bit, loosen them up, have them back on their heels.
That's caught at the 25. Mahomes finding Hill for a big play. 51 yards.
That's a big-time pitch and catch right there. And, partner, I remember the days when quarterbacks would try this. They were holding their breath. But nowadays, they're counting on their receiver to be just a little bit better than the defensive back when it's one-on-one and the ball's in the air like that.
He'll get 5 out of the scramble. It's second down.
Now, how about that play? He took a possible negative and turned it into positive yardage and slid down to avoid taking a big shot. Excellent job getting down and avoiding the big hit.
Now it's his carry. Here's Williams. And he's able to work it here to the 8-yard line. 9 yards on the play there, and it sets him up first and goal. And I'm guessing you'd say this is kind of the key here. Grind out some yardage, work on that clock, see if you can continue to tick it down.
Definitely. You want to bleed things out at this point, right? Continue to possess the football, gain some yardage, and put the onus on the defense. Do they have to use timeouts? What are they going to do to stop you? You're taking.
So first and goal, 6 points here would go a long way toward wrapping this one up.
You got three.
Mahomes going to throw. And look at this. They get the turnover they need. It's intercepted. Read it well, and it's picked. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. A critical error there in a tight game of the fourth.
All you talk about is taking care of the football, and especially with a lead here in the fourth quarter. Turning it over, now the door is open for the opposition.
Just in general, when you're passing in the fourth quarter with a lead, no matter at what point, you got to be super careful.
Got to be careful, and sometimes you can be so careful that you have to put yourself into an error.
They begin with a run by Barkley, and he'll get him a little bit of breathing room across the 5 to the 6-yard line. 5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up second and 5.
Let's go. Zebra.
53 is the mic.
Regular.
Here we go, D. Get off the field.
They'll run it again with Barkley. And he'll get it up a little shy of the 15. They'll spot him down at the 14-yard line. It goes as a gain of 8, and it moves the chains.
Oh, that's one to warm the hearts of all those old-school football players, isn't it? Tough, hard, gritty run, got behind his pads, pulled over a few people. That one.
So through 3 quarters, no reason to lighten up now. And a nice gain there as he'll be taken down just shy of the 20.
Partner, I think from our experience together, we have learned that most offensive coordinators are going to tell you, if I'm going to run the football on first down, I've got to get at least 4 yards. They got 5 here. They've got to feel pretty good about that one.
It's an 8-yard pickup and leads to a new set of downs.
Well, partner, I know this type of running back. I mean, this size, this intensity usually gets better as the game goes on. I can just tell you from experience, the first few quarters, you're eager. You come running up there, I'm going to tackle this guy. By the fourth quarter, you're coming up and thinking about it.
And D-line wearing down. Yeah, that's not how they want to see consistently. And they will stop him after a fairly minimal pickup. The all-pro safety Eric Berry in on the stop.
This drive is pretty clear. Almost feels like old-school fundamentals, doesn't it? Want to impose their will on the defense. What's that, 5 straight runs?
Yeah, 5 straight carries to start this drive. Like you said, the way it's working, they may just stick with it. Not much room here as he only gets it to about the 30. He'll pick up only a yard there, and it'll leave him with a 3rd and 7.
Let's go.
Watch 88.
Hey, gun.
Single.
Regular.
Shotgun now for Manning. He'll dump it to his running back, complete. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. A gain of 11 and a first down.
Get him, boys.
Regular.
Mike, 53.
They'll run it now with the gun. And he'll push this forward only to about the 42-yard line. Time for a break. We'll come back for the electrifying conclusion after this.
Oh, yeah! Tight ends Ringo. Tight ends on the Ringo.
Regular.
Hey.
Again, it's Barkley. And he will be brought down at about the 43 that time. Back-to-back one-yard runs here, so that leaves him with a 3rd down and 8.
Short gain,
Zebra.
last 2 plays. Who do you think's excited about that?
Absolutely, this defense, they're saying go right ahead with those.
Zebra.
He'll look to throw. And, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Picked off at the 45. And a huge return as he'll take this one all the way down inside the 30-yard line.
And that one, it's going to hurt big time. You're in the 2-minute drill trying to get your guys down the field, and it's looking like they're going to come up just short, as this is definitely not his best throw. And it'll wind up being intercepted.
Now a first down carry, it's Williams. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. The Giants going to go ahead and use the first of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play. Another running situation on the doorstep as they come up 2nd and 10.
Left. 3 down.
Interesting, Mahomes wants to throw it. And this is caught. And that could seal it. It's a touchdown.
Control right now, but I'm looking at your face and I'm thinking I've got to be careful with that.
Well, it's a 2-score game. You're inside of 2 minutes. I think you can breathe relatively easily.
Got to stay busy.